The most common question that I get when I'm out on the campaign trail is, Jason, what can we do about it? Well, let's look back in history. James Madison, the author of our Constitution, was asked this very question in 1787. Someone said, Mr. Madison, we have invested all the law making power in Congress. What on earth will the people do if Congress itself oversteps its authority? They have it all. And what do we do? He said there's only one thing the people of this republic can do, and that is to elect more faithful representatives and annul the actions of those less faithful. We can no longer accept the choice given to us by our political parties by ignoring the primary elections. This has led to the same result each and every time. We go to the voting booth on general election day and we do what? We vote for who? The lesser of two evils, knowing full well in our hearts and minds that the lesser is still evil. Now, I'm not talking about evil in the biblical sense. I don't need newspapers saying Jason's out there telling me that horns are on the people in Congress. I'm talking about the fact that we have allowed people who represent us to rationalize their usurpations of our Constitution, and we continually pull the handle. That's where it goes back to, it's our fault. How many of you actually think that our Congress is following the strict guidance that we gave them in our Constitution? Not one hand? I stand before you today as just a man, a proud American man with a 4-year-old son that I refuse to put in the chains of bondage that my generation is forging for him. I stand before you today as a Republican. Not a Republican because that's what it says on my voter ID card. I'm a Republican because I promote the principles of our republic as defined in the greatest document ever conceived by man, the Constitution of the United States. I'm a Republican because I believe that we are a union of free and independent states with an unalienable right to govern ourselves. I'm a Republican because I believe that the federal government's power is limited to the confines of the Constitution. And they do not possess unlimited power under the General Welfare Clause, as this analysis, also known as the annotated Constitution, would indicate. This analysis was given to me by my representative when I questioned with boldness on whether or not she thought her power was limited to those powers enumerated in Article 1, Section 8. This was a gift. Take it back. I'm a Republican because I understand that our Constitution is a contract between the states. The federal government was just a result of that contract. And our form of government is not a national government. It only exists at the consent of the governed. They work for us. Oh, as a Republican, I believe it is not only unconstitutional, but I believe it is immoral for us to rob from our neighbors by participating in the process of earmarking on legislation. for pet projects in my backyard. Our people have a new sense of mission and purpose this year. We are now uniting around an idea and not a mascot. We have proven once again that if we stand united on principle, then others will join us. If we build it, they will come. The time of waiting for a leader to rise within our own parties is now over. They have failed us and are doing nothing to attract our support. They have failed us and are doing nothing. We have followed the elephant and the donkey into the abyss. Let's admit it. We must let it be known that we are not interested in some big tent of support. Big tents are designed to cover circuses, and that is exactly what we're sick and tired of. And I'm going to go all partisan. Rhinos belong in zoos, not wandering the halls of our Congress. Folks, history is calling upon us once again. Over the next coming months, they will have no choice but to heed our voice. And I need you to help spread that message. I cannot do this alone. We need your help any way we can get it. As Matthew said earlier, there are tens of thousands of dollars flowing into all of our districts right now to maintain the status quo in Washington. We know it. You know it. But you alone cannot stop that. But together, we have a chance. And I promise you that I will do my part to deliver your message. And that message is simple. We are less than 1 year away from fundamentally refounding the United States of America. We will not go quietly into the night, and we will not accept the excuses any longer. Thomas Jefferson said, the people have two enemies, criminals and government. So let us tie down the second with the chains of the Constitution so that it does not become the legalized version of the first. The time has come that we the people take a stand, unite, and be the links in that chain once again. Today I'm proud to announce the latest endeavor with our campaign. You now have an opportunity to show everyone in our nation that you are ready and want to be a part of the solution. We need you to help us build the chain by sponsoring a link. Our volunteers back at the Liberty Tent have all the details. We've already started. I want to carry a chain 10 miles long, if I have to Washington on your behalf. This chain will have a plaque over it with each and every one of your names. And I hope someday to bring that chain to the American History Museum at the Smithsonian so people from all across the world can see what Central Florida did in 2010 and stand up and re-lock the chains of Jefferson around the federal government. So from this point on, when you are approached by someone from outside this district, outside this state, and they ask you, what are you going to do about it? You look them right in the eye, and you say, I care not what course others in this nation may take, but as for us, in the great sovereign state of Florida, Give us liberty or give us death. God bless y'all. Thank you.